Y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This is not a diss song. This is me speaking my truth. My truth may not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah. Tired of people claiming they like it, we ain't equal. That's my liver. You ain't stepping. Stop that flexing, ain't no much behind that. That's why I try to line that camera, nigga, I play line that. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they like it, we ain't equal. That's my liver. You ain't stepping. Stop that flexing, ain't no much behind that. That's why I try to line that camera, nigga, I play line that. Yeah, we are here, and I'm here for this one. True Poet versus Big Mond, living legend versus living legend. This is gonna be a battle. We're gonna get into this. This is gonna be fire. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be all what it's gonna be. Man, we have True versus Big Mond. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves real quick. And let's start with Big Mond. Big Mond, tell the people who you are, where you from, and what team you represent.
What's up? It's your boy Big Mond from out of Little Rock, Arkansas. But I'm a Pablo 870 baby. Rocking with the living legends. Hey, we're about to turn up, man. Let's have fun.
Let's go. We're gonna go with True. True! Tell the people who you are and where you from, what team you represent.
Hey, it's True PoetryLL representing Living Legends. Y'all know what it is. And I'm battling my brother and my teammates. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a battle out of love, for sure.
Well, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get to the coin toss and see who's gonna go first. Let's go. We are here. It's time for the coin toss. Lady Quincy, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thug diss. Go ahead and it's on you. Go ahead and go off.
So, Big Mond, heads or tails?
Oh, it's on his tails.
Oh, he won't tails.
Tails it is.
Oh, yeah, True got it.
True. You already know what it is. It's on you. Let's go.
I remember as a child, walking around with balloon in hand tied to string filled with helium. It was never too big, never too small. It was just medium. I mean, it was perfect. But not because of the size, but because it was mine. You see, a balloon was something I felt like I could claim to. And if I so choose to, give a name to. And if I felt like it was too far to hand well, that was something I could change too, rearrange too. I would reel it in a way to where I feel like it couldn't escape, so it was time to let go. It was wrapped so tight around my finger, I knew it would stay. You see, I learned the tricks of the trade on how to make my balloon behave. I controlled its strings better than Geppetto. I was its marionette. I would control where it goes in every direction, held onto it so tight why I never popped, was the question. Oh, but every time we rubbed against each other, it was always electric. But the thing about that, it only lasted for a second until it was back floating. You see, I always loved looking at other balloons, seeing all the things that they had in mind, didn't know, and it did make them better. It just made them different. Because I was always the type to think that every balloon I seen was man-made for me, not realize that most balloons I received were made by a clown who was making them in the streets. I even seen a couple of them get turned into dogs, which showed me that every balloon can be manipulated depending on who's molding it. One was given to a little boy, one was given to a man, which showed me that every balloon can be loved depending on who's holding it. And in that moment, I had to realize whether I wanted to be the clown or the customer, want to manipulate or love her. I remember as a man, walking around with woman in hand, fingers tied together, holding on to my scars, hoping she was the one that was healing them. Always getting into arguments, some too big, some too small, hard to communicate because there was always a medium. I mean, I was never perfect. But not because of the woman that was on my side, but because of my mind. You see, a woman was something I felt like I could cling to. And if I so choose to, give my last name to. And if I felt like she was too far out of hand, well, that was something I could change too, rearrange too, reel her in a way to where I feel like she couldn't escape, so it was time to let go. She was wrapped so tight around my finger, I knew she would stay. You see, I learned the tricks of the trades on how to make my woman behave. I controlled her strings better than Geppetto, even though I knew I wasn't marrying that. I would control where she goes in every direction, held onto it so tight, I know she wondered, would I ever pop the question? But every time we rub against each other, it was always electric, but the thing about that, it only lasted for a second until she was back hoping. You see, I always loved looking at other women, seeing all the things that they had in mind, didn't knowing it didn't make them better. It just made them different. And I was always the type to think that every woman I seen was handmade for me, not realizing that most women I deceived were hurt by some clown who ended up making them for the streets. I even seen a couple of them get turned into dogs, which showed me that every woman can be manipulated depending on who's controlling her. One ended up with a little boy, one ended up with a man, which showed me that every woman can be loved depending on who's consoling her. You see, if a balloon taught me one thing, is that it can be the hardest thing to love, especially when there's no strings attached. So if you ever decide to gas it up and let it go, don't expect her. Don't expect it to come back.
Hey, yeah, I stay lit. I eat these pulls for leftovers. You better hope you and your chest colder. I'm coming from this like I stepped on. Yeah, I stay lit. I eat these pulls for leftovers. You better hope you and your chest colder. Yeah. Now, let me switch the flow up a little bit. It's time for me to pop my shit to show. A lot of poets do a lot of talking, but when you sum everything up, they're not really talking about shit. Being a young poet coming from a place that creates drug dealers and killers, rapping was the only way to vent, but a lot of people be capping in their rap, so with me being a true poet, line is not in my strong suit. So how dare you think I was staying a down for the blessed suit I have in my closet? Just like a rocket, I fly higher than past levels that a lot of people don't touch, but guess what? I got that dog in me and God leading me, so even if I bark or growl wrong, I don't gotta move a muscle, you still gonna get touched. Poets think battling and winning makes them a poet, but nah. I don't think that makes you as a good word performer, but are you actually saving lives and making changes with your poetry? Are you actually switching lives and fixing emotions with your poetry? Are you actually stimulating and fixing the brain with your poetry, or are you out here doing this so hoes can give you brain for your poetry? Not mad at it, but poetry is something that's therapeutic, that you don't use for bragging rights, because I know people are upping the nine to their head and praying they click, because deep inside, they don't want to see them flashing lights. But if poets were speaking their suicidal bitches instead of using their talent to get bragging rights with women, we probably have more saved lives at this crazy time of living. I don't claim myself to be a better poet because I don't have competition with no one on earth. But even in a slam, if it was 1 versus 4, I would split a group in half and make sure they grow up. Rewind. I would split a group in half and make sure they grow up. Like conjoined twins after successful separation surgery, I'll make sure they both grow up and glow up. Like downright X, these punchlines can take your breath away like a Kung Lao hat trick. Motor comeback terms the way I downright uppercut brutality these poets. You would have thought it was a catfish, but let me get off the negative tip. Let me switch it up a little bit. Let me talk about on my NBA basketball tip. At the end of the day, Kobe can do everything on his own, but having a Shaq is a plus. So even though if they bump heads, they never let you disrespect the other one. So no matter how this match goes, Living Legends will still be up, but PSA to everyone else, yeah, I stay lit. I eat these pulls for leftovers. You better hope you and your chest colder. I'm coming for this like I stepped on. Yeah, I stay lit. I eat these pulls for leftovers. You better hope you and your chest colder. I'm coming for this like I stepped on. Big Mond.
We are here. That was a battle. That was fire. Fire. Big Mond, true poet, living legends in the building. Man, they shut the building down on this one. I ain't gonna, they went crazy. Man, we're gonna get to the judges and see what the judges gotta say. Ron Mac, we're gonna start with you. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
What's happening? My name is Ron Mac, the hip optimist, first ever poet laureate of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm an Arkansas best-selling author. a Southern Fried Poetry Slam finalist, and I started a motivational brand called Mactivated with all the poetry that I've written. So, yeah, man, let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So we're gonna start with True. You have any words for True?
Yeah, man. True. Come on, True. I'm really disappointed. No, actually, I want to highlight two things about True that I always enjoy. One is the pen game, and another one is the choreography. Once again, I like when people can add extra elements to their poetry other than just the words, and so the choreography and how it fell in line with each word, and you could almost look at the poem without even hearing it and know what it was about because of the choreography. So I really appreciate that.
Okay. Look, that was fire, man. Look, I'm gonna save my comments for later. It's about you. Let's get into the scoring real quick. What do you have for penmanship?
Disappointed, man. I gave you a 5.
That's a disappointing 5. What do you have for impact?
I gave you a 5.
For believability?
I gave you a 5.
For substance?
A measly 5.
A measly? That's crazy. Give me, what about delivery?
I guess a 5.
Well, that's a hard guess. All right, look, that's a 25 from Ron Mack. Let's go ahead and jump to Big Mond. You got any words for him?
I definitely got some words for Big Mond. First of all, I've seen Big Mond do his thing, and man, I'm so proud of you, Doc. And then from my hometown, Pine Bluff, man, went to high school and college there. So it's much love for you, man. And I appreciate what you're doing with the game. And the delivery, I love the fact that you played, because they were talking about your fit, and that played into your poem because you took off the jacket, you took off the hat, and I think that played into your delivery, man, and made the presentation a lot more entertaining and emotional.
Thanks. So let's go ahead and get to the scoring. What do you have for penmanship?
All right, I got a 3.
What about impact?
I got a 3.
For believability?
I have a 4.
For substance?
3.
And for delivery?
I have a 4.
And that is a total score of 17-17. Appreciate it, Ron Mack.
Hey, I'm Lady Crucible, aka the Mistress of Mayhem, with my 30,000 other personalities. Hey, I'm representing the Red Dragons, raining out of Chi-Town, baby.
Red Dragons in the building. Let's go ahead and jump to True Poet. You have any words for him, or do you want to jump right into the scoring? What do you want to do?
First off, sir, you knew damn well when you did that poem, it was gonna hurt. It's gonna touch my feelings, because you know damn well that's my favorite poem. I don't even know why you did that to me. You already know what your score is. Stop playing with me, sir.
So what is his score?
It's gonna give him 2s all across the board.
2s all across the board? Okay, that's crazy.
Then you gotta flip them upside down, sir.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Hold on. Let me see what that score is gonna be. Okay, I flipped the 2 around and it makes it a 5. Okay, I got it. It's a 25 from Lady Crucible. Let's go ahead and jump to Big Mond. Big Mond, what do you have any words for him, or you want to jump right into the scoring?
Man, first off, I'ma just say the man did his thing. First off, the fit within itself was basically told how he was coming. You know what I'm saying? He said he brought the swagger, he brought the words, he brought the bars, he brought the rhyme scheme. I heard what the man said. He eat you like leftovers.
Fire. Man, let's get straight to the points. What do you have for penmanship?
I'm sorry, you might as well give him 2s across the board too.
2s across the board too? Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna need you to flip them upside down, sir.
So reverse it, flip it. I got it. Okay.
Let's get that down. So that's a 25 from Lady Crucible. Shout out to Lady Crucible. We're gonna go to K Spaz. K Spaz, tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
Yo, I'm K Spaz. I'm from the West Side of Chicago, man. I'm spoken word artist representing Boldword, team captain Boldword.
Okay. We're gonna start with True. You got any words for him, or you want to jump right into the scoring? What do you want to do?
I got a couple words for him. I took my bet out the whooping, man. I ain't gonna lie. I promise you, I took my bet out the whooping. But then I realized I had the wrong thing. I was looking for every reason not to get this man a 25. But it was all that. My favorite thing about it, every description that he started off with with the balloon, and I seen it progressing to he gonna end up making this about a relationship. He gonna end up making this about a woman. Lo and behold, it came to that, and I was like, yeah, that's it, man. And it was beautifully written. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he got a 25 from me.
A 25. Okay. 5 across the board from K Spaz. Let's go ahead and jump with to Big Mond. You got any words for Big Mond, or you want to jump to the scoring? What do you want to do?
I got a couple words for him. Hey, Big Mond. This is my first time actually catching him on the up here actually performing. But to me personally, in the videos I have seen, I feel like he could have came better. And I ain't gonna lie. I kind of feel the same way. Like, man, I feel like had he done something else, the outcome would have been a little bit different. But it was the same thing for me. But other than that, it was still good. I just feel like he could have came a little bit harder. But that fit, and then that Mortal Kombat reference with your hat, yeah, that shit was cool. That shit was cool.
Look, that was fire. Let's go ahead and get to the points. What do you have for penmanship?
I got him a 4.
For impact?
I gave him a 4.
For believability?
I gave him a 4.
For substance?
I gave him a 4.
And for delivery?
Delivery, I gave him a 3. And the reason why I gave him a 3 is because I gave him the 4 in impact, which I was gonna give him a 3, but I just left it to 1. He had a part in that where he was like, hold up, rewind. And I'm thinking that he gonna hold up, rewind, and take exactly what he had just said and flip it another way. But it was the same thing. It was a telegraph mistake. And that's ultimately what it was for me.
Okay, that is a 19 from K Spaz. Appreciate it, K Spaz. Gonna go to K the Poet. It's on you. How do you feel about True Poet and Big Mond? Well, since you asked me, True Poet, that was amazing. I haven't heard nobody talk about how you flipped it back. And you know, you spoke about it in the beginning, then you flipped it back, and it's like it was fire. Like, you know, the whole concept, and I like writing. Like, when you write, that's how you write. You know, it was fire. So, you know, look, I can't hold you, man. Look, even though you talked about the Cowboys and stuff like that, you know, you talking about you gonna call Jerry Jones and all of this. I've been waiting for this moment. I told you I was gonna get you. I told you I was gonna get you. Like, you know, but, you know, appreciate the cupcake that you weren't able to judge, but now I'm here. I am here. So, for penmanship, I gave you all 4s across the board. I had to take away a little bit from you, but nah, look, I'm just joking. It's like I lied. I'm a Charlie Clip shit, you know what I'm saying? But I gave you all 5s across the board, 25. But it was so many different elements in that, like, it was fire. You wrote the hell out of that piece. Like, shout out to True. Man, now to Big Mond. Now, Big Mond, I know this might sound crazy to a lot of people, but your performance
was the best performance I done seen you do in this whole entire league. Today's performance was your best performance. The throwing of the hat, the taking off the jacket, the singing a little in the beginning, or the rapping part in the beginning, stuff like that. And also, like, your words was there. Like, you really came and showed up today. So, man, for that, man, look, I gave you all positive across the board too. 25 from me. Like, you did magnificent. Look, I need that energy. I like that you took a couple shots at True, man. Look, shout out to you, for taking those shots. But like I said, man, it was fire. Now it's time to get to the main screen and let's add these points up. Let's see who came away with what. Let's go. Here we are. It's time to get into these scores right here. Y'all heard from the judges. Y'all heard the their words of wisdom, the knowledge, and the encouragement words. And, some of the words, that was really, really, really fire, man. I ain't gonna hold you. They both did their thing. Now it's time to get to these numbers and see who came away with the dub. We're gonna start with Big Mond. TK the Poet gave you 25. Ron Mac gave you 17. K-Spaz gave you 19, and Lady Crucible gave you a 25 with a total score of 86. Now let's go ahead and jump to True Poet. TK gave you a 25. Ron Mac gave you a 25. K-Spaz gave you a 25, and Lady Crucible gave you a 25 with a total score of 100. Shout out to True. Shout out to Big Mond, Living Legends in the building. Hey, let's talk about it. True, you got the win today. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to figure out what I was gonna do all weekend. I knew, Big Mond, I know how he is in the States, so I knew he would come with something tough. So I just had to make sure that I was on my A game. No matter what he was gonna bring, I was gonna make sure I was on my A game. And I'll be taking shots every week from I don't know what's going on, why everybody want to take a shot at me. I don't know, but I take them shots. I'll take.
Hey, he said I was a true poet. Hey, man, look, shout out to Big Mond. Big Mond, what's going on?
Man, hey, it's pretty good. I wrote that, today around 2:00, and shit. Hey, I rock with it.
Man, look, that was fine. Hey, that was the best performance I didn't seen you do. Now, from now on, that's how you perform. That's Big Mond Princess, man. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. That was fire, man. Look, and I seen the little couple shots you shot at True, man. Hey, I appreciate those shots because you've been taking shots at me all day. So I appreciate the little shots that you shot at him, man. Look, that was fire, man. But
hey, look,
I ain't doing nothing, man. I just want to do something, just play around. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sure, that's one of he one of the people that got me into poetry. So I know I had to come tough. So it's all love, bro. I don't need you to kick my ass.
For sure. You did your thing. For sure.
Look, that was fire, man. That was True Poet. Big Mond, Living Legend is in the building, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. 10th week in the building. It's PoetryLife League. You already know what it is. Let's go.